What's up, my California people? What's going on? What's with the madness? I step away for 17 years and I come back to a madhouse. Let's talk about this. My name's Hassan. I think most of you guys already know me. If you don't know me, I'm from Garden Grove, California. Whoop, whoop. What's up? California, Garden Grove. I'm a missionary in Mexico with my family, Stacy, my 3 boys. Been there for the past 17 years. Currently in Acapulco, pastoring. And Acapulco, you can look it up, is the 3rd to 4th most dangerous city in the world. Why do I say that? Why do I bring that up? Me being from the 3rd most dangerous city of the world, coming to California, I say, oh my goodness, things are worse over here. How is that even possible? Now, what does it mean when I say things are worse? See, what I see is violence, and it's easy to step away from violence. It's easy to save yourself. Over here, I see this subtle deception going on for my Christian family, and this is for the Christian church. I want everyone to know that this message is going out for us that believe in Jesus Christ. Let me be clear. This video is not to defend a political party. I'm not here trying to disprove COVID. That would be ridiculous. But we definitely need to see what is going on and why we believe what we believe as Bible-believing Christians. So the question is, as a Christian, why am I so skeptical? Why am I so reluctant to believe everything the media or government tells me to do? Actually, the answer is very simple. It's not complex at all. Here's the answer. You and I are sinners. Listen, I'm the first one to admit I'm a sinner saved by the grace of God. But yes, I am a sinner. And if we have sinned, then we're flawed. Listen, in the church, we have problems. I'm talking about the church with pastors and elders, and we have situations. Why would you not think that's going to happen to the government? Of course the government's going to have issues. And that's why I'm not going to put my complete trust in the government. But Hassan, you're a Christian. You should trust your government. Remember, from the very beginning, God wanted to be our king. He wanted to rule and reign. And it was very simple. He gave us his word and he gave us his commands. And that would have been great. And I would have trusted that reign forever and ever. The problem is, we didn't want this. We chose to have a king like the other nations. Remember, Israel said, Lord, give us a king like the rest of the people. And God said, dude, do you understand what you're asking for? If you get a king, and he warns them, he's gonna tax you, he's gonna take your lands, he's gonna take your daughters to be servants, and he's gonna send your children to war. He warned them. He did this so that they would understand, no, you know what? We would rather have you as our king. No, we understand what you're saying, God. We still want a humanly king. Now, having that government made of man, this is why I don't completely trust in man. Jeremiah 17 says, cursed is the man who puts his trust in man and who trusts on human strength. Wait a minute, Hassan, you're a Christian, and Romans chapter 13 tells us we have to submit to authorities. Yes, I agree, we will submit to authorities always and when we do not have to compromise our faith or biblical truth. Okay. For starters, the believer is never to be governed by fear. We know this. Fear is not supposed to be a part of us. Now, when you look at the media, they're pumping it out like crazy. And guess what? The Christian is taking the bait, hook, line, and sinker. Nothing great has ever been because we've seen the powerful, beautiful virtue of fear. No, you don't hear great speeches of fear. You don't see fear being uplifted. Up until now. So wait, are you saying we shouldn't obey today's guidelines? Yes and no. Listen, for my loved ones, I will do what I can on my part, even though I believe most of it is political and has a whole different agenda. I will oblige by wearing my mask, even though I believe it has more to do with compliancy than safety. So let's talk about one of these main issues. The governor of California, Gavin Newsom. One who has made a ridiculous statement of having worshipers not sing in church. Now, some might not see it as a big deal, but Christian, remember, the most important thing for us as believers is the worship of the Almighty God. Now, I can't really complain with Newsom all that much. I think some of it has to do with us as a church. Let me explain. Sometimes we see worship almost like previews to a movie. They're cool to watch, but it's okay if you miss them. You know, when church starts, you think, how much time do we have? Worship is still going on. We have time. Now remember, one of the primary reasons we go to church is so we can learn about Him. Why? So we can better worship Him. And anyone that wants to stop or hinder public, open worship to God is an enemy to the faith. Now, I can already hear a lot of you saying, Hassan, we don't need to be in church to worship God. I know, it's not about being in a building. The point is, nobody has the legal right to tell me, to tell us how to worship the one and only creator of this world. If you don't want to fellowship, if you don't want to go to church, that's fine, awesome, no problems. But please, don't speak on my behalf when the rest of us want to worship with the saints in the church. Health and safety is going to be the Trojan horse that will come in and end corporate worship. The world knows it cannot take it by force, but it can convince us to hand it over peacefully. I'm not doing it. I fear the Lord before anything and anybody. I hope and pray you do too.